Hey, let's tie a glow bug Perdigon. I'm using micro quills instead of the silver wire, and I'm also using the micro brown fibers for the tail. And I'm using rust brown thread instead of the rust dubbing. Okay, tie the rust thread around the jig hook, wrap it around from the head back, wrap the tag around the thread and continue wrapping it back. Cut the tag, then continue wrapping evenly toward the back and stop just before the bend in the hook. Now we're going to lay the microfibers on. Check the length. We want about a half an inch, between a quarter and a half an inch long. Now I'm going to put a little loop around the holographic tinsel that we're going to wrap around the body. Put a few loops there. Then we're going to go back, and then we're going to tie the micro quill on the tip, the small end first, and we'll wrap it around. And then we're going to pull the thread down to make room for wrapping the tinsel around. So we're going to wrap the tinsel around the body. We want it as evenly as possible. We want to cover the brown. Now what we could do, instead of using the micro quills, we could have left a gap in between the tinsel wraps to show the brown, to give it a ribbing look. I chose not to do it that way this time. There are lots of different ways to do this. Notice I'm wrapping the same way, the same direction around the fly as we did with the thread. We're going to go most of the way up and then stop. Okay. Take the slack out of it. Okay, now we're going to take the slack out of the thread, and then we're going to run a loop around the fly and then around the tag to hold it in place. There we go, and then we're going to snip the tag for the tinsel. I'm using the micro brown quill instead of the silver because I like the ribbed look and it matches the feathers. So we're wrapping, in essence, this is a tape around the body up to the brown, and now we're going to take the tension out of the brown thread and then wrap it over the quill tag. There we go. Now we're going to snip the quill. Okay, pitch it down, and now we're going to run that brown, and we're going to build up from the body up to the head to give it that classic Perdigon look. There we go. We're going to continue building. And since I'm using thread instead of dubbing, because this is a Perdigon and Perdigons are sleek and smooth, and so this thread is the same color as the dubbing. So we have the same colors, but we have that sleek Perdigon look so that it can sink in water fast. I'm going to trim the tag. Okay, now it's time to put some of the epoxy, and this is the flow thickness epoxy. Now it's kind of cold in my house today, so it's a little thicker than usual. Put some on, let it run over the fly, and now we'll put the UV light on there for it to harden. There we go, and so you can see that ribbing is now popping. Okay, and that's it. That's how you tie a Perdigon glow bug.